All right, we are back. Um, as the title suggests, we're going to be running Sakura Bakushino. Sorry, I think my dinner might consist of just these nut bars. Mostly because I'm not that hungry. They bought us lunch at work today, but I had already packed my lunch. So I ended up eating 2 lunches. So I'm not that hungry. Maybe I'll eat something after this, possibly after the stream. I might be hungrier then. But for now, these nut bars are probably gonna be okay. So we might not need to watch all the races all the way through. Just because I don't really need to eat. I can eat, you know, a nut bar while we're playing the game. So I might skip through. So this might be a little bit of a shorter stream, which will be good because it'll give me time at the end afterwards to I don't know, eat some ramen or something. I don't know. All right, so I figured we might as well unlock her potential while we're at it when we're playing. And I thought about just unlocking just one level, but I was like, why not just unlock as much as we can, right? I don't think it'll hurt us, so that is what I'm going to do. It looks like we can unlock up to potential level 3. So let's just do that. I don't know how that exactly works though, because I think that skill was available to us when we unlocked potential on Haru. And so now that these are uncapped, I believe they will show up in the skill list at the end of the career when you're buying skills or whatever. I think I just missed it because Haru's first level unlock was so subtle. It was like some stamina skill that I don't normally get, or that we get the hints for anyway during the careers, just because of the support cards that we use. And so it just kind of duplicated it, so that's why maybe I didn't notice. So hopefully Huge Lead and Turbo Sprint, we'll look for these at the end of the career here. Alright, we did that. The other thing I was thinking about doing before we started her career was to swap out our support cards a little bit. So let's go ahead and start our career here. Oh, you know what? I should probably look at the thing. Let's see. So we'll go ahead and drag this over. Not that it matters that much, but looks like Taiki Shuttle might be the best, and then Rice Shower is a close behind, and we do have a Rice Shower. So why don't we do that? Oh, and the other thing was I was able to run a couple of farms today, but nothing to report really. We didn't really get anything good out of it. So let's go ahead and start this career with Rice Shower. And the other one will be our vodka that we've been using. Okay, and then here's our support cards. I think we want to use the Kitasen Black deck, I want to say, because Super Creek stamina is not as important on a sprinter. So we could probably use this deck right here. Power is probably not all that important either, honestly. For Sakura Bakushino, at least. So I wonder, would it be better to run something different? So let's go ahead and copy this. We'll paste it here. This one, we'll change the name of it to, we'll do Sakura or maybe we should just name it Bakushin. That's probably easier. So we'll just name it Bakushin. And this will probably apply to most of our sprinters, I would say, once we build this deck. So right now we have, looks like 3 speed. Wait a minute. Is that right? Yeah. Huh. Wait, what the hell? This is the one we were looking at, right? No, the one we were looking at had 2 power cards in it. I don't know what happened. I think I changed the name of the wrong one here. I need to come up with some better titles here. Alright, so I think this is the one that we copied. Maybe I'll just, maybe a better title would be like Sprinter. That makes sense, right? Instead of horse specific here. Alright, so I think we want to use a key to some black card, right? That means we're going to be relying on Mino Top Gun for most of our stamina purposes. Let me think about this. We don't need as much power. I think we can replace this card here. Maybe for a wit card. Then we could probably replace this card here for our gold ship card. Because I think the gold ship card's gonna be better in general. Mostly because, where is she? Here she is. At level 45, she's going to be giving us 25 friendship, 8% training effectiveness, for a total of 33% bonus. Let's go ahead and just level this up. So 25 and 8 is kind of what we're looking at, right? And this card here currently is giving us just a straight 26 when she rainbows, but it does give initial speed. But I think getting that extra training effectiveness bonus is gonna be better for us. It's just a stronger, it's just a better card at this point. And then we'll keep this one. Because this has training effectiveness on it as well. So I think this might be what we're running with. Mostly speed here. I don't know if Mino Top Gun is a strong enough stamina card for what we want to do. We could swap her out. Instead of running Cutis in black, we could run Super Creek, then swap Mino Top Gun out for something else. We could also do that. Maybe another speed card. The thing is, we don't really have that many speed cards. It would probably be one of these here. Maybe the one we were using anyway. Just slotting her back in to the lineup. You could also run Haru Rara's support card, because she has a training effectiveness of 15% on her card. I think we do need to have another speed card in here. Probably 3 speed cards is probably better. I guess her training effectiveness is only 12% actually. Do we have somebody other than Mino Top Gun that we could slot in for stamina? Because we don't really need all that much of it. Maybe we shouldn't even run a stamina card. Maybe we should just run like another Wit card or something. Alright, so I think we're gonna stick with Cutis in black. So that's a 3, 2, 1. We could do that. So 2 Wit, 1 power. I mean, the Wit card available to us though isn't that great, because we just don't have that many. I think we were using this one probably. On our farming deck. I mean, our wit doesn't need to be all that high. Doesn't look like we really have. We have this one's the only other power card we have, and it's not that great. So maybe 2 wit, 1 guts. This seems a little bit too spread out, but maybe it'll work. Speed is really the most important thing. Stamina, you know, as long as we get to like 400, 450 or so, should be fine-ish. Power, we want to get to probably around 600 at least, so we probably do need a power card to get there. And then, you know, like 400-ish for everything else. So this wit card should help us. I don't know. I think this might be good enough, honestly. Let's just try it, and then if it doesn't work out, then we can always just rerun it. You know what I mean? So let's just do that. I think it'll be fine. We're mostly just gonna be spamming speed on her anyway. That's what, you know, people do, and it works. So there's no reason not to, honestly. Where is everybody? Oh. None of these are great. I think I'm gonna take a recreation. Go straight to karaoke, I guess. All right. What is she good in? Is she just strictly a sprinter? Does she run the mile as well? She does run the mile. Okay. Maybe we'll try to do some stuff here then. There is a couple races that I want to run for the event. It was the NHK Mile is one race I'm keeping my eye on. The Asahi High, and there's one other one. I don't remember exactly what it was, but if I see it, I'll probably remember what it is. None of these trainings are very compelling, but I guess we're just getting them done. Alright. So, is she naturally a front runner, I'm guessing, right? Oh, she's a pace setter, naturally. Interesting. I think we'll just change her to a front runner for now. Just so we don't get weird, weird stuff happening. So she won that pretty easily, I think. Okay. I want to see if the race I want is here. I think it was in October, I want to say. No. Acai High. We do want to take this one. That was one that I wanted to do at least once. Okay. So we got 8 turns till we do that. And then I'm gonna try to level up her ult as well, if we can. I mean, I think running these extra races is gonna probably help us do that. What is this thing again? Moderately increased rocket, blah blah blah. Okay, so yeah, we'll get her up to level 4 or whatever. How many fans does she have right now? 1,000. Okay. Yeah, none of these trainings are screaming at me to take. Eat as much as you can. Nice. Don't really need the energy. Oh, well. God, they're so spread out. I don't like how spread out they are. This is not good. That's wasting energy again, but whatever, I guess. More energy wasted. Oh, here we go. Got a triple stack. That foursome that I love. Yeah, not great. Not great at all. And I don't really have alternative options here. Looks like we're getting rainbows now, sort of. So sure, we'll take that, I guess. Got another rainbow. Okay. This should be easy. Oh, we can't view results? Is this a new race? Have we never run this race or something? The hell? I thought we ran her career. Oh, she must not have won it, huh? Yeah, I think you can only skip through the race if you've already won it. If you haven't won it, then I don't think the game lets you skip. So I guess we'll watch it, whatever. Gives me a chance to drink my body armor. I'm not sponsored. I wish I was. That'd be kind of funny. Sponsored for playing anime horse girl game. Cause you know it's so. I need the electrolytes. I need the. This game's very draining. You know. I need energy. All right. Since I'm not eating today, we can just kind of fast forward through this a little bit. I think maybe I am starting to get hungry. I'm not sure. That stupid double lunch, it screwed everything up. Oh, there's the Sig Heil. I forgot about that. I forgot about the Sig Heil. Might be my favorite celebration. Alright, oh, that would have been a good training to take, but I think the failure percentage a little bit too high. So we're gonna take the rest. We have this scheduled race, so we might as well run that. And this is just to fulfill. We could just view results. We could just skip. So I guess we can skip it to fulfill one of the event requirements. Is why I did that. And then there's another event that I want to try to run if I can find it. It was what was that? What did we just run? Acai High. So now we need to run the other one. What is the other one? Is there a way to, can we save and exit? Let's just hop out real quick just to check what this thing was. I think we might have missed the first one because she probably took a little bit too much time. Place top 3 NHK mile C. I think that one passed already, I believe, because she didn't run her maiden race in time to run this one. Mai Nichi Okan. So either the NHK mile, I guess we could look for it, or the Mai Nichi Okan. Okay. Mai Nichi Okan and the whatever, the mile thing. So let's look for that. I think those were G1s, I believe. I think it was in May. I remember I looked it up, and so I remember it being in May. We can farm Okasho with Sakura Bakushino. We needed that for Daiwa Scarlet's unlock potential. Here's the NHK. So So we want to take this one. And this is just so I get all the rewards. And is the other one in here as well somewhere? What is that? What was it? Mainichi something? I think that was towards the end of the year, December maybe. I want to say. Does this go? Oh, there it is. Mainichi Okan. So we need to run this one after. So this is early October. Okay. Cool. Nice, nice. Like that. I think maybe if we didn't have to run those races, or if I wasn't, you know, if I was just, I didn't want to like double dip basically, and we just ran Sakura Bakushino's career normally, we'd probably get better stats, is what I'm guessing, than what we're gonna get in this run, but whatever. I think it'll be fine, and I'm not 100% sure. Not 100% sure about the support cards we're using. So, you know, I figured, you know, I think we're gonna make a better horse than the original one. You know what I mean? So anything is better than the one we have. And I could always just run her again. So I'm not super concerned about, like, you know, creating the best horse possible at this point. If this deck ends up working out pretty well, then maybe we'll run it again anyway, to get a clean run without, you know, distractions or whatever. The thing is, I think we need some of those races anyway for her fan count, so her ult upgrades. $33, $23, $28. Okay, so we could probably just skip through this one. We cannot skip through this one. Did we not win this race either? I guess in the original career, I thought we ran it twice too. We ran her career twice, didn't we? Like, we ran it once and then it sucked, so then we ran it again. Did we not win both times or something? What's going on? Is this the first time I'm ever playing her? I don't get it. Why can't we just skip through? Well, we should win pretty easily here, probably. Uh-oh. Maybe not. Maybe not. Well, that was really close. Did she win? Oh, she won. Okay, that was really close though. Mm-hmm. Want to make sure that race that we need is still, yep, still scheduled. I kind of do want to run this one as well, Okasho. I think we might be running too many races then. Maybe we'll do this at a later time. Because we do need this sash to upgrade Daiwa Scarlet. We're missing maybe like, I think we're only missing like 10 sashes or something to get to potential level 5. So that would be nice, but I don't want to screw up this run too much because I think we might be trying to do too much here. So maybe not, calm it down a little bit. Not get too greedy. You know what I mean? 33. Yeah, sure, why not? She's gonna get that fatness. No fatness. Okay. When is this race again? Next turn? It is. Okay. Ooh, double rainbow. I like that. Gold Chip has a lot of debuffs, huh? Is that how you're supposed to play her? Is that as a debuffer? Go ahead and knock this one out to get the event, to clear all the events. I think front running her makes a lot of sense still. I guess she's naturally a pace setter. I didn't know that. I think I need some water. I'll be right back. Oh, that's not good. 5th place. That is not good at all. 2nd place. That's kind of a bummer. Do we need to win that race? I'm not sure if we needed to win it. NHK might have just been a placement. Top 3 maybe? I don't know, I guess we could check. Oof. Oh, she's doing another race? Okay, I guess we could check after this then. At least this one's a sprint. Shouldn't be as tough. And this one we could just view the results here. Should be pretty easy. Okay. I want to go and take a look at that event requirement. If it's a placement, then I think we're good. Don't have to worry about that anymore. But if it wasn't a placement, then maybe, yeah, top 3. So we just need top 3 and this Mainichi Okan, and then we're good on this event thingy. Then we can collect all the thingies here. I don't know what it gives you, but I think it gives you some kind of reward for finishing everything. Alright, sorry about the interruption here. Let's go ahead and resume. Let me go ahead and schedule the Mainichi one. I saw it here somewhere towards the end of the year, wasn't it? There it is. Boom. Schedule that. Great. And then, oops, we can't really train because we have no energy. Carrots? What? I'm worried about her level of fatigue. Leave the rest to your trusty minion. Okay. I don't know what all that was about, but oh, summer, huh? Maybe I should have rested instead. Yeesh. Yeesh. I guess I could take wit. Just do a bunch of wit training. I mean, they're only single rainbows. There's a lot of stats. This is what, 43? This was 46? Oh man, that is kind of a lot of stats. I guess the failure percentage isn't all that high. Will this ruin our run if I do? Or should I just play it safe and rest? I'm sure we'll get another rainbow, right? So let's just let's be safe for now. Yeah, we got another rainbow, not as good though. Oh, that might have been a mistake. Or we could just take wit again. Let's just do that. I think this is stamina maybe, or guts? This might be power. Okay, guts. We needed some guts. Our guts is kind of low. Only a single rainbow, huh? That is a bummer. This is actually more stat points, so why don't we just take the wit? Probably not the best summer, honestly. What is this crap? Why? Why did you do that? What is migraine again? Cannot gain improvements in mood. Okay, it's not that big of a deal, but kind of happened for no reason. I think we should probably just finish off this friendship here, even though it's less stats. 34 versus 25. That's 9 stat points. That is kind of a bummer, but yeah. Let's go ahead and finish that off. I don't know. This one? Okay, our speed is looking pretty good here. 700 is decent. I think we could just view the results. She's not really winning by a whole lot, only half a length. I think we fulfilled our fan requirement to level up her ult. So we don't really have to worry about that anymore either. The last thing we need to do is run that Mainichi whatever to fulfill all the event rewards. Oh, yeah. So I guess it's back to back, huh? Looks like we've run this one already at some point in someone else's career, probably. Got first in that. Alright, we completed all the event missions there that we needed. I think I should probably rest. I want to get rid of this stupid thing. I didn't get rid of it. Oh, you son of a... That is kind of a lot of stats to pass up on again. Do I want to get rid of this stupid thing though? That's too many to pass up. 27's a lot. Or 38 or whatever total. Okay, now seems like a good time to try to get rid of this thing again. Finally. None of these trainings are all that great. So maybe we'll do the recreation to get her mood up. Get some energy back, hopefully. Yep. I don't know. I don't remember whatever her events were. So we got a wit rainbow here. 33 and 6. Let's go ahead and take that then. Wit does play a role a little bit in sprinting. That's why I'm taking that a little bit more than I normally would, because stamina doesn't play as big of a role in a sprinter. Oh, we're doing really good on energy here. 29 and 12 is what, 41? We're just not getting very many rainbows though, except in speed. Oh well, whatever. That's a nice one. And stamina. Single rainbow. I think our guts might be a little low. Probably want to get that to around at least like 300 at some point. We are getting a little low on the energy, but not enough to take a rest. I guess we'll just take the stat points. Oh, lucked out there. Getting that energy, I had no idea. I think we need to up our friendship level with the director if we want the second alt level. We need her to be in the green. I think she goes off in April though, so we only have like a couple turns to do this. I guess we could take stamina here just to get her to the green, or try to get her to the green. We're gonna have to take a rest though at some point too. Yeesh. Is resting better? Because it looks like we have a race, so that takes us to late March, right? If we rest. And then April, I think it might be the end of April. So I guess it doesn't matter that much, but so one turn is race, one turn is rest. Hopefully it's the end of April. I guess being safe about it and just taking this training now makes sense, right? Instead of resting now. And then what if we don't make it? I don't think she'll get to the green though. No, she's still in the blue. We might not be able to get her ult to level up all the way. Second? What the hell? Oh, so I think the early April one is actually just on based on fan count. That's right. The last one is in December with the director, and we need the director level to be green for that. So actually, I probably screwed up. I remembered wrong. So I probably shouldn't have taken that training because we could have taken this one instead with 63 stat points, but I don't know if I should risk this. For 39% failure rate, you know me though, I am kind of a gambler, so I don't know, here we go. Dang it. Oh no. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Well, at least we got karaoke. It's alright. It's not like a super serious run anyway. Let's get rid of this stupid practice pour, even though it doesn't really bother us too much. These trainings aren't very good either. So wow, we're wasting a lot of turns here just doing nothing. No, I wanted energy. A lot of single rainbows, huh? It's not really what I'm looking for. I guess we'll take this one. Maybe we should change her back to a pace setter. Could try that. See how she does. She won. Looks like we're going right into the next race here. Sure, why not? Okay. Do like 40 points. We'll take 40 points. We'll take 78 points here. I like 78 points. I think our guts are dangerously low here. We might need to look at training that a little bit. But at least we're an S in speed now. Wow, she's got a lot of back-to-back races. Don't think we'll have too much training then left. I think we're kind of stuck with what we have. Sort of, maybe. Three turns here. I think we should have some turns left at the end, because I know Arima Keenan is the last race before the URAs start. So since she's not running in the Arima Keenan, she should have some trainings at least before the end here of her career. Maybe I should take the rest here. I'm hoping for like a big stack in guts or something. That would be nice. But yeah, I don't know. This run's not that great. We had a little bit of bad luck, but mostly I think it was just more distractions from too many distractions from fulfilling those event requirements. We ran 3 races kind of for no reason, honestly, that she probably shouldn't need to run. We probably needed to run at least like one other race, 1 or 2 maybe. At least 1 to get her fan count up so her ult would level up. But besides that, we didn't really need, we definitely did not need the last race that we did. Alright, so I think we're gonna hit 1100 in speed, looks like for sure. We do get a bit of guts from training stamina here, and we probably do need a little bit more stamina. So yeah, we have 3 turns before the URAs. Here is a stamina stack. It's not great, but it is better than nothing, I guess. So let's go ahead and take that. We have 1 turn left, so we have 3 turns total left at this point. I think I might take the rest though. This might be a mistake, but I guess we'll see. Her power is a little on the low side, I would say. I'm not sure that that wit card is super necessary. We'll go ahead and just train guts here. I want a big power stack if we can get that. Maybe we need to run a second power card instead. Even though power's not as important. 9? What the hell? Something's gotta be wrong with that. Let's front runner. There we go. I guess we could just max out our speed, huh? Just get 1200 on it? Sure, why not? Alright. I think if we win this, we will definitely max out on speed. Oh, did we not win this before? Looks like we didn't win it. Okay. Alright, I don't think we're gonna get any bonus points from the reporter because we didn't really level her up at all. We got some from the director though, so that's good. She looks so grown up here with her like normal clothes on. Alright, we got a ton of skill points though for whatever reason. And it looks like we maxed out speed. Oh no, it's 5 away. But stamina is 530, that's decent. That's in a good place for a sprinter, I would say. Because she does run the mile sometimes. So 537 is a good number for that. Power is, I would, you know, I would prefer it to be a little bit higher, but whatever. Her guts are, I think, in a decent place, and then wit maybe is a little bit higher than it needs to be. You know, like 400 is probably good enough. But yeah, I think we did okay. It wasn't too bad. So let's look at, I like this thing. Maverick probably is not going to apply to her at all, honestly. Because there's so many, maybe as a front runner. There might be races where she's the only front runner, possibly. I don't know that Iron Will is all that good on her. Early race. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's do that. That's her, the unlock, the skill that we unlocked, I think. And this also is a skill that we unlocked, I believe. I guess we can give her this. She can pace chase. Or should I just make her a front runner permanently? Yeah. I guess we'll just get focus. We didn't get tail held high. Or there's another one that I think we could have gotten. Did I want to get Moxie though? Did we get that already? Oh, we did. Okay, whatever. I think that's good enough. That is quite a bit of stats. This, I feel like this would be a B plus. I could be an A, I guess. Because of the number of skills that we gave her. Possibly. I guess we'll find out. She's gonna be better than the horse that we had, though. It's a B plus. Okay. Oh, just barely off of an A. I think an A is a 10k. So you're like 111 points off of that. Just barely missed it. 2-star gut or 2-star guts. I mean, I guess that's not too bad. Alright, so get out of there. I guess I'll carrot that one because she is a 2-star. So that's what we ended up with here. She's definitely gonna slot in the team. I think this rating might have been a little bit higher if I hadn't ran those extra races that, you know, weren't really part of her career. We could have probably just gotten away with like one other race for her ult. You know, one with a lot of fans, basically. Although the sprints don't have a lot of fans usually. It's the longer races that have the big fan counts. Alright, we'll update our team. Bam. She's now our new ace now. And we are solidly in the B1s now, I believe. Looks like. Yep. So let's go back out. Let's try a race. Here she's up now. I guess we could view the race. Because I haven't ever seen her use any of her skills, so let's see if she uses any. She is the #1 favorite, it looks like. Oh man. Got my horses in the top 5. That's a lot of ults going off. Doesn't look like we're gonna win. It looks like that. Is that Sakura Bakushin as well? I think we lost. She lost to King Halo. So let's take a look at their Sakura Bakushino. She's a perfect in speed and she has more power. So yeah, that's kind of, oh, and she's also an S in pace, so that also probably helps. She has Swinging Maestro also, so that definitely probably helps. And she's a pace chaser savvy, so this one's built really well actually. Stats wise, I don't think it's like the best, the strongest horse I've seen, but it's good enough, you know what I mean? It's good enough to do some damage here, which it just did. The parents were trash too, just 1 stars. So that goes to show you, you don't really need, you know, great everything, you know, to make a decent PvP horse. So I can see why it won. I think the 600 power is kind of what I wanted to aim for as well. So it kind of was in the range that I was talking about. 1200 speed, stamina was really low, but then the power was in the 600 range, and then guts and wit were both around 400. You know what I mean? That's a good split. So she lost her debut team race. That kind of sucks. Haru lost too. That's not good. So I think I need to tweak my sprinting a little bit. It seems like my support strategy for sprinting needs a little bit of work, right? Because both of my spinners lost. Let's try maybe running it again. Lost again. Oguri Cap's a dirt runner? She's a B in dirt. Wow, they must have trained her to get that, to get the dirt sparks or something. No, nobody has dirt sparks. Is Oguri Cap just naturally a dirt runner? Maybe she is. But this is more along the lines of, you know, the build I wanted to make, right? The, you know, 1200-ish speed, or, you know, as much speed as you can get. About 500, 550 stamina, 600-ish power, then kind of like around 400 on these two. So this is definitely like the exact build that I was looking at. They all have Swinging Maestro though, looks like. This one's got a lot of skills too, actually. So it looks like we may need to replay both Haru and Sakura Bakushino, and we could probably use the same deck once I get that tweaked in, you know, dialed into what we need here. Not sure running that wit card was a good idea, probably not. Did we win our Sakura Bakushino race? We did, but King Halo's beating her out. We got first, second, and third. She came in third, actually. So, this is probably not the most acceptable thing. Right? She should be winning sprints, for sure. Especially when Air Group's only a C here. Maybe her mood had something to do with it. Regardless, she's a specialized sprinter and she's coming in third. You know, that just means she's not built well. Which makes sense, because, you know, like I said, I got distracted by other things that run. Oh, nice. 3,000 of those thingies. I like that. I guess we might as well run our last race that we have. Oh, I guess we can run 2 more. Let's just run 1 more and then I'll stop. I can't believe Musume McQueen's still the ace on that team. Because she's not a very good horse. We lost that one. Let's see what we lost to here. Kurin-chan? At least we came in second this time. Kurin-chan is not even... Oh, she's an S turf? That probably helps. See, this is kind of the... You know, it's very similar to stats I was talking about. A little bit lower on the stamina, But the power is a lot higher actually than what I was aiming for. It came in first, so she has some debuffing skills, it looks like. So this could also be mood based a little bit, but yeah. Generally it looks like we kind of had the right idea, just did not execute. How do one? Alright, so I don't think it really made that much difference because we are in promotion range now, or still. So if we I think we're firmly in promotion range. So if we promote, we will get a lot of friendship points here, looks like. So that'll be good. When does this end? Is there a time frame? I don't know. I don't know what the time frame is. Does it say? Yeah, I don't know, man. Well, whatever it is, the time frame is, we're gonna promote up, rank up to class 5, it looks like. Alright. So we did all that. Let's collect some of these rewards and we'll close the stream out. Got a bunch of carrots here. What is this? Oh, for getting trophies. Okay, cool. I like that. 450. That's nice. We're very close now. 23.5. We just need 6,500 more. Collected all the titles. What do you do with the titles? Can you like trade them or something? What are the titles for? That's in your archive, isn't it, or something? What the hell is this? Help? What's this one? Trainee? Well, it looks like if the higher stars you are, the bigger the whale, the more bonus you get, huh? That seems fair. What the hell is this? Hmm. Well, I got 30% extra rewards because I had the gold chip in my support deck. I guess El Condor Pasta would also give you rewards. I do have this one as well, Saiyan Sky. Interesting, interesting. Okay, whatever. Let's go ahead and roll the Wheel of Fortune here. Oh, look at that. Finish the bingo card. I think that's the fastest I've ever finished a bingo card in 13 turns. That's really fast. Alright, did all of that. We are about 130k away from that last gold chip support card that we want. So that should be, I don't know, maybe like 10 careers, something like that. So we should get it. We have how many days left? October 4th. So we have about 3 days left. So yeah, it's gonna be cutting it close, but I think we'll make it. I'll run maybe a couple extra careers if I need to at the very end. Just with my own parents, legacy parents. It would be nice to try to get some of these tickets here. But I don't know that, you know, I'll have enough time to be able to grind those out. I think you need to kind of play, yeah, a lot more. Maybe double the amount of careers per day that I've been playing. I've only been playing 3. Might need to be playing like 6 to get up to, you know, this level up here. Because it's roughly double the points, right? So. Oh well. You can only do as much as you can do. The titles, here they are. Oh, is it these things? Hmm. That seems kind of lame. So the titles you get in here just goes into that thing? Is that what that is? Title, these titles. Clear all event special missions. If you complete everything, I'll lend you half the world. So is there a title in here that says something, renting half the world or some shit? Something? I don't know. Oh, here it is. It's really colorful. What is this? Epic Odyssey Uma quest. Clear all special event missions. That's pretty lame. I like my penny pincher. You know? Because I'm cheap. I don't want to spend money on the game. So penny pinch. I am definitely the penny pincher. Okay. Alright, well that was Sakura Bakushino with unlocked potential up to level 3. As far as what we want to do now, obviously we want to rerun Daiwa Scarlet as well, right? But before we do that, I think it might make sense to maybe dial in this sprinter support deck, because right now it's still kind of iffy, right? I guess yeah. So this is the deck we used, you know, just now on Sakura Bakushino, and I'm not sure that we need this wit card in it. I just stuck it in there because I thought maybe we would struggle to get some wit into the build, but we didn't. It didn't seem that way, so I don't think it's necessary actually. I think maybe running 2 power, or maybe running Super Creek in the deck might be better. We didn't really have trouble getting the pretty much max speed with Kitasan Black, obviously though. So we might not need Kitasan Black so much. It would be a lot easier if the support cards we owned were better, right? Then we would definitely not need Kitasan Black at all. But it could be better if we don't worry about the speed as much. So we run 3 speed, right, and possibly 2 power. So instead of Mayano Top Gun, we could run somebody else here. We got some new ones. Winning Ticket, I think could be good. What is she at full level? She is a 15 friendship and 5% training effectiveness, so 20% overall at level 30. So not the best, I would say. We do have the one we've been using in power, which is a level 45. Let's sort this by specialty. So I know we got a couple new cards here. We also do have the El Condor Pasa. She gives power when training together. She gives initial power. I wouldn't say she's the best card at the level she's at right now. I mean, she could be possibly in the future. What's this one? Biwa? Did we, I think we probably have looked at this before. And it wasn't super great, yeah. Only 22% total on this one. I'm looking at more for like stat bonuses, you know what I mean? Because that's kind of as a free-to-play, that's kind of what you need. More heavier on the stat bonuses than some of the special conditions or whatever that you get. What is this one? Yaeno Muteki. Alright, well I guess we don't really have that many power cards honestly. So maybe then we'll run this one, right? The one we've been running. So this looks very similar to a different deck I think we have. Yeah, like maybe looks a lot like this one, which is the Kita-san Black deck, where we borrow Kita-san Black. But instead of Kita-san Black, now we're borrowing Super Krieg, right? And then it's basically the same thing, and just swapping out Kita-san Black for Gold Ship, basically. Because this Gold Ship is not bad, it's decent. I think this was kind of the same idea, right? This deck that we just created, we had a deck like that here, it looks like. But instead of 2 power, it's only 1 power. Right, and I think we borrowed Super Krieg here. So yeah, it's very similar here. So we're running our own 3 speed cards, but since we didn't have that great, I guess we could maybe update this a little bit. We could probably replace this one for Gold Ship, right? Where is she? There she is. So that one would probably look like this now. This is more for a long distance, I would say. So this is for, we made a sprinter deck, right? And then this would be for distance, right? So now we're getting more specialized decks here. I don't know that I've used this a whole lot. So we have our sprinter deck. We've got a distance deck. Maybe I should call it like short and long or something. Yeah, maybe let's do that instead. Or, short. Yeah, whatever. I think that makes sense. Short, and then this one would be long. And the difference really between these two decks is we just have 2 stamina cards, so we're basically just swapping out the power card for a stamina, right? Between these two, they're pretty much identical. We have this where we borrow Kita-san Black. Which I guess is viable. This would be the same deck as Distance, or isn't it? Because we have, no, it'd be the same as Short, wouldn't it be? No. Okay, so this is a little bit different, but instead of using Gold Ship, we're borrowing Kita-san Black. I think this is the one we just used, I believe. No, we had a Majiro Dober in here, actually. So, slightly different. This one would definitely get us to 1200 speed, I'm guessing. We should probably update this one too, because I think the Gold Ship card here is better than this one. So we'll update this deck to reflect that. Okay, so that's Kita-san Black. Short. Long. Then we have a Cup Farm. What the hell was this? I don't remember what we did here. Huh. This was for Gemini Cup, I know that, but I don't know what this specific deck was for. And then we have the Mayano deck because we couldn't use the Mayano card. So we have that, which could be useful. We have a different Kitasan Black deck here. Looks like more focused on stamina rather than power. So it looks like we have like a short distance Kitasan Black and a long distance Kitasan Black. And then this is our farming deck. Okay, so I mean, I guess we're starting to sort of organize our decks a little bit. I'll put a Super Creek on here just to kind of differentiate who we're borrowing, because the Kitasan Black deck I believe is very similar, and I think in general these Super Creek decks have been performing better than the Kitasan Black ones. Ideally we would just get one of those two support cards in our own deck, right? And then we could just use that instead of having to borrow them. But I think I'm gonna maybe try this again tomorrow on Sakura Bakushino, because like I said, I got distracted by running, you know, races that are kind of not relevant for her career, just so I could get the event missions out of the way here in this Uma quest thingy. You know what I mean? So we didn't create the best Sakura Bakushino we could have, and that's evidenced in we barely missed an A rating because we got I think 9,900 or so, something like that. Where's your point thing? Yeah, right here, 98889. So we were about 100 points off basically of an A, and I think we can get there. We didn't need so much wit. I know getting more wit raises your rating a little bit more. So, but I think we can, you know, I think 400 wit is good enough, and then I think we can get an A on her. So, especially since we got, like, you know, unlocked her skills here, like this one, Turbo Sprint. And hopefully we'll get different skills, because a lot of these are not the best skills, I would say. But that also depends on our support cards, right? So Gold Ship is probably not the best for this, for, you know, a sprinter especially. Let's see, let's take a look. I remember Gold Ship's hints were kind of trash. Oh, she's got a lot. Wow. So she's got Sympathy, Umastan. That could be pretty good. Strategist. This end closer. This is an end closer. Pressure. That's a long end closer. Groundwork could be good for a front runner for sure. Groundwork's a good power. Highlander. Intense Gaze is not applicable. A lot of these are kind of long and end closer powers. So yeah, I mean, Gold Ship as a support card might have, you know, 2 or 3 you know, skills that are useful, and the rest of them are kind of, you know, trash for a sprinter. But that, you know, what can you do? That's what we're stuck with, right? Because we don't have support cards, or enough of them, enough variety of them, that this is our best available. So you kind of just got to use what you got, you know what I mean, until we're able to pull more, which should be somewhat soonish, maybe within the next couple weeks here. So we might need to struggle bust it out for a couple more weeks. It might just be like a week. Maybe by next week we'll have enough to do a support card pull, and then hopefully then we'll get, you know, some duplicates. I really want to upgrade this Mayano Top Gun card, because I think this card is actually really good. Even at level 25, the, you know, 0 limit break, it's in my deck. I'm using it, you know what I mean? That's how much I like this card. So if it was leveled up, it'd be that much better. You know what I mean? So hopefully we get some duplicates of that, is what I'm hoping for. And just more variety, because we do have some support cards in our inventory that are probably pretty good, right? but we just, you know, they're just not that good right now because they're, you know, low level. So once we level them up, then, you know, they'll go, they might make it into the rotation. I think some of these cards could be really good, but we're just not seeing the potential of them, honestly. uh Honestly, at some level I kind of want to run Haru's support card in the deck, even though it's a guts card, you know, as kind of like the wild card or something, maybe. Because the training effectiveness on it is 15%, which is really high. It's probably one of the highest ones we have in our possession. So in her, she has she's kind of roamy also. She's a kind of a roaming card. Let me see. I think I've seen some stuff. I didn't watch the videos, but I've seen some stuff online where they were talking about this, where Haru's support card is like decent. It's pretty good because when it's maxed out, it'll go up to 15%, and her specialty priority is a 45, so it might be 50 at max level. So that's not as useful, but 50 doesn't mean she'll show up every other turn. It just means so the support cards have an equal chance of showing up in whatever category, right? Like speed, power, stamina, guts, and wit. So they have a 20% chance, right? 1 out of 5, obviously, because there's 5 categories. So any given turn, she has a 20% chance to show up in one of them, obviously. So then when they have specialty priority of 50, that just means she gets a multiplier on guts, right? So she gets a 50, so that 50 multiplies into, I guess, the 20 or something to get an extra 10%. So now she has a 30% chance of showing up in guts versus 20, right? So it's really not that much more. I mean, it is more though, you know, if you were to roll a dice or something and you had, you know, 1 through 6 on the dice, and you had a little bit higher percentage chance of getting, like, I don't know, 3, let's say, right? Then you will roll 3, you know, a few more times. In like a, you know, if you rolled it enough times, you would see 3 coming out a little bit more. But it's not super high enough to where she's like, Kita's Black is like 80, right? So that's adding what is that, 16% more, so 36%. So she has a 36% chance of showing up in speed, Kita's Black, right? So, and that, I think that's pretty high. 30% is not that much less, I guess, but it's like a 1 in 3 chance, something like that, around the 1 in 3. Yeah, I don't know. So maybe it won't roam as much, but that training percentage, that effectiveness, you know, that really sort of makes a difference. Especially if, like, because it's multiplicative. It's hard to say that word for some reason. It's multiplicative, where if there's a rainbow in a certain category, let's say speed, right? You have a rainbow speed, and then Haru happens to be there, it'll multiply the effect. So it'll, obviously Haru's not going to be rainbowing in speed because she's a guts card. So, but that 15% training effect will, like, add on to the rainbow and then make it even bigger. You know what I mean? So even if she's not particularly rainbowing specifically, that 15% is like it's just a flat, it's like a flat rainbow of 15%, basically. You know, that it's always on when she's around. But yeah, I don't know how she would fit into a 3-2-1 strategy though, as we've been running so far. Most of our decks that we've built are 3, 2. This one will be 2 with Super Creek, right? 2 stamina, 1 power. And then the Kita's Black one, I believe, is like 3, 2, 1. Or the short one is 3, 2, and then 1 stamina. Right. So I don't know where the guts would fit in. But yeah. I guess I could try that, like the highest training effectiveness cards, just throw them all in one deck regardless of what they are, like 3, 2, 1, who cares, whatever, just whatever is the highest training effectiveness, throw them all together and see how that deck does in a run. But that, yeah, I don't know, that seems like a lot of work. Anyway, I've probably yapped too much now. It's good enough. I think so. Tomorrow then, tomorrow is Thursday, so it's the last day of the week. We'll save Daiwa Scarlet for next week, right? I kind of want to really dial in this support deck for sprinters, because then that means I can rerun Haru Rara also, because Haru we didn't get an A on either. We only got a B plus on her, right, when we reran her here. I mean, she's decent. Like, her power is really high actually. This is actually a really good horse, but yeah, it doesn't win like a super whole lot, which I'm wondering why that is, honestly. Also too, reran Kitas in black. It could be her skills, right? Because she doesn't have swinging maestro. Like, I don't know how much of these actually make that much of a difference. I mean, these are pretty good too, but she doesn't win all the time. I guess her speed stat is not high enough. She's not a 1200. So yeah, I don't know. We'll just try to, you know, once we dial that support deck in for sprinters, then we could start running those A's on our sprinter, you know, horses. And then yeah, that's because that's been the goal anyway, right? Today we kind of experimented a little bit, and I think we did decently well. The power was a little lower than I wanted, but besides that, you know, I think if we ran this again without distractions, I think we would have gotten to, you know, the stats that I wanted to get. Not necessarily, I think we would have gotten an A as well. So the deck wasn't super bad, honestly. Throwing in that wit card didn't hurt that much, right? If we have the second power card, it might look a little more like Haru actually. It might look a little more like this, which we probably don't need that much power on a sprinter, honestly. Maybe like 700 is pretty, you know, that's like a good amount. I was aiming more for like 600 because I think that's, you know, okay. But I think 700 will be a good amount. And then stamina, I guess you could just punt stamina like completely, because the horse that beat me only had like 300 stamina or something, but it did have a couple, I think 1 or 2 gold skills in stamina recovery, so that would bump it up. Each gold skill is about 200 stamina is how it works out. So yeah, basically, long story short, I think I'm gonna run Sakura Bakushin again tomorrow with this new deck and kind of compare the two, and then maybe if the power ends up being too high, like another like 900, because we really don't need 900 power on a sprinter, then maybe I'll swap in Haru Rara, the guts card that I want, and then run, instead of the wit card that we ran today, run the Haru gut card, possibly. We couldn't use that on Haru's career, obviously, because she can't train herself. So that's kind of a bummer, but I think we can figure something out. Maybe we could just use the wit card then for her or something. I don't know, whatever. But yeah, at least we'll have a better idea of, you know, how to train the sprinters, because I think so far we've been training a lot of long distance runners, right? Like medium and long. That's been the majority. I mean, vodka I guess is a mile and medium horse. I guess a lot of them were sort of in the mid range. We've been training a lot of mid to late range horses, and then I guess in the very beginning of our playthrough we did the sprinters first, basically, right? And so we didn't really, I think the medium to long range horses, we've dialed in the support cards. I think we know what support cards we need to use. I might have like goofed them with them too much, maybe. I don't think so though. I think we're still good on those. So, you know, I think we know what supports we need to use for the long distance ones. Now we need to sort of figure out, because in the beginning we didn't have the cards, like we didn't really care that much, and we just used whatever we had, whatever, right? And so the sprinters, we didn't really, you know, figure out that mix of supports that would really make that work. And so I want to spend a little bit more time on that to really kind of, you know, nail it down and get a good sense of, okay, can we, maybe it's a 3-1-1, a 3-1-1-1 deck instead of a 3-2-1, right? Maybe 3-1-1-1 is good enough, or maybe it's a 2, 2-2-1-1 or something. I don't know, whatever, But anyway, yeah. So expect that. All right. Well, thanks for watching, and I'm gonna end the stream a little earlier today since I didn't eat. I guess I'm a little hungry now, so I'll go get some food now, I guess.